Welcome back, fam bam. Let's put this in the ether, alright? It's hard being strong and independent in this kind of economy. What do I mean by that? I've been watching, videos online, Twitters, and all that stuff about how women are complaining about how hard it is for them. And single women, I tell you, right? They're making videos on social media complaining that is it to survive in this kind of economy, right? Saying that, all right, they make this certain amount of money, right? This proportionate amount of money go to rent. This proportionate amount of money goes to fuel, right? This proportionate amount of money go to the car notes, right? And they say they only have so many funds left over for food and nothing else saved up, right? These women are living paycheck to paycheck. They find it hard to survive right now in this economy, right? See, it's easy. It's easy when it was days of decadence, right? Back in the days, it was all good. The economy is great, right? They were spending money like crazy. They have enough money until time has changes. See, this is what I'm talking about. Women do not live in the future. They don't plan ahead, right? They don't think time will change. They live in the moment, right? Splurging, buying everything in her sight, not realizing the consequences of spending too much money and not being financial responsibility. Because when that child support money's over, right? When that alimony money's cut off, right? Who are they going to depend on now, right? Because states everywhere are trying to change the alimony laws. They try to change the divorce law. They try to change the no fault laws right now. If you're unaware, right? There's several state legislative are trying to push this divorce law. They try to change the system right now. And who does this affect the most? It affects the strong and independent woman out there the most, who's been living off of this alimony, child support, spousal support, right? Until they find out the faucet has been cut off, they can realize it's harder to survive by themselves, right? Because they think they're strong and independent. When you look at this, right? It's easier to function in a whole cohesive unit as a family than it is to survive single, right? Now they know what it's like for single men to survive. It's not easy out there, right? For a single person to survive, right? We get taxed the most. We are not focused on the most. The government don't care about single people, right? They don't care about single people. They care about family units, right? Why do you think family units get the most tax breaks? Right? The tax prefer them. I mean, favor them over single people. And now when they're single, now what? Right? It turns out the strong and independent brainwashed mentality caught up with them. Right? They've been caught up. They realize how it's just only a pipe dream. Right? They were fed this lie. Back in the days, right? Back in the days, the economy was good, right? So they divorced men thinking they could survive, right? And all of a sudden, the economy is going down the tank right now. If you're unaware, the economy is that bad, right? So we having a surplus of women making videos saying it's unaffordable to survive this economy, right? And these women are usually divorcees, break up the family household, right? And going back to my point, it's easier to be in a family system, two people supporting each other, right? Than it is for you to break apart. No, but they choose to break each other apart due to their own selfishness, right? They put their family in hell, they put their spouse in hell, they put the children in hell. I think, in my belief, divorce affects the children the most. It affects the children, then affect the men, and then later on it affect the women. See, they're gonna regret their choices when they start to affect them, right? But I'm not lying. You can see all this video everywhere. A woman recording themselves crying on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, complaining that they can't afford this economy, right? And they're crying intentionally. They push that button for sympathy. That's what it is. I think it's all for sympathy. But you gotta look at the underlying meaning of those videos. That it shows you that women are struggling right now. They're really struggling, right? The strong and independent is really affecting them big time, right? So how are you strong and independent? Right? You were told that you were strong and independent. No, you have to learn the hard way. They have to learn the hard way. Right? So men are financially more responsible. They think ahead. They have a more strategy. When you look at this woman, right? When you do like a financial audit, like why do you find it hard to afford to live in this kind of situation, right? All right, they didn't tell you they weren't expecting this. They were buying things they weren't being told. They're gonna play the victim role, right? And when you ask them, do they have a plan? None of these women who's struggling right now, they do not have a plan, right? When you compare that to the men have plans. Men plan ahead. They think forward in the future. They have the foresight, all right, for something might happen, right? That's the difference between men and female. Men plan ahead, thinking, getting prepared for things that might happen, even though things that might sound ridiculous to happen, but it's never bad to plan ahead. That's how men thinks. Men plan ahead in life, right? I mean, the strong men do. I mean, I don't know about the beta male, but strong, rational men, they plan ahead for everything, right? And that's the key to getting out of obstacles. You cannot get out of obstacles if you don't have a plan. Most of these women, strong and independent women, single women, divorcee women, they don't have a plan, right? They're living off paycheck to paycheck, paying off there, paying off here. Don't even realize what they need or don't need. They can't distinguish what they want and what do they need. I'm not talking about all women, but a huge disproportionate amount of women that don't have a plan, right? And they're struggling right now. They're depending on the government to bailing them out. The government is not going to bail you out, ladies. The government will not bail you out, right? The government, they're on a different totem pole, right? The government, these politicians, they don't pay taxes like the rest of us, right? They don't pay taxes. They're not struggling like the rest of us. Most of their money, most of their wages, these politicians gets is from donations. What's donation, right? Donation is free money, and you know what's so special about donation? You know why these politicians love to take donation? Donations is practically tax free. So they're getting this donation of $1,000, $10,000, and $1,000. That's tax free. So they're making hand over fist on their money, right? Are you a politician? No. This is why people are going into politics, because they know they're getting free money that they don't have to report on their tax form, right? You think Joe Biden's paying that much in taxes? No, they know how to work the system, right? They know how to work the system, right? And as for us regular folks, like men out there, we plan ahead. We know that things gonna get bad, or eventually things gonna get bad, because not what goes up eventually gonna come down. But women don't think like this. That's why I argue my case is that women only think for the moment. They live in the moment. They don't live ahead. They don't think. Most women out there, most modern women, I'm not saying all modern women, but most modern women do not think ahead. That's why most of them are in financial turmoil, right? They don't have that much saving. And look at this OnlyFans model. They're making $5,000, $1,000,000, six figures, right? But they don't make wise financial decisions, right? They're followers. They're more of a follower than take charges, right? So when they hear people doing this, they're more following, even though they don't even think it's a bad advice, right? They say, "Oh, I'm gonna take this advice. I'm gonna buy this stock, not even doing the research. They just hear people to buy it, then just buy it, right? That's the difference between men and women when it comes to stocks or investments. They just hear word of mouth and they just follow the leader, not doing the research. And when they hear financial advice, rational men, you do the research before pursuing. We tend to scrutinize everything, scrutinize every person's suggestions, right? Taking second opinion before even pushing the button to buy these kind of stocks to see what are the risks, right? They take well calculated risks. That's the difference between men and female, right? Female, when they take risks, it's not well calculated, right? And now they're in financial turmoil. They're in worse financial mess than men out there, right? Men know when quit. Men, when they're in a financial mess, they're gonna realize quicker than women, right? Most men out there will devise a plan. That's the key. That's the key to every obstacles, right? If you do not have a plan, you cannot dominate your obstacles. You cannot overcome obstacles. You need to have a plan. Most women out there do not have a plan, right? To get out of debt, right? Best way to get out of debt is to have a plan. What are you gonna do to have a plan? Have a budget. What's your budget? You gotta manage. You gotta scrutinize every penny that you have. Get income. Change your job, right? Get a second job, right? You have to have a plan. But most of these women are making all these depressing videos, crying, garden for sympathies online, right? They do not have a plan, and it's looking bleak. They've been sold a lie the whole time. They were never taught how to prepare for anything like this, right? They think those checks or child support money is an endless income. And then most of these women out there, most of these single divorced women, they live off of this money. They don't work. Most of them who's live off of child support or alimony, they don't work at all. And you know when they get these alimonies money or the child support money, you know those money isn't considered as taxable, right? Those money are not taxable. So basically they're living for free, not taxed until the economy flops. Then what's going to happen, right? Until price goes up. Remember, these alimony plans are set. It doesn't increase. It's like a fixed income, right? It's like a fixed income. The only way for them to get an increase of these cash flow they get from child support and spousal dispute is to go back to court to drag the man back, right? That's the way to do it. But it costs money. It costs times and lawyers. Most of these women don't want to put up through that thing again, right? Or if they do, they're gonna have some kind of money. They're gonna drag. They're gonna be in the worst situation ever, man. But anyway, going back to the strong independent woman, right? They think they're strong and independent when actuality is easier in life if you have a structured family, if you have a support, man, woman, child, and if you all support each other. No, but the Western culture has been influenced, been brainwashing this woman, saying, "Oh, you don't need no man. You need to break up with your man." Right? You know when you break up your man, everybody right now, everybody's like searching for a man, searching for a partner. What do? You decide to break your partner. The grass isn't always greener on the other side, ladies. If any ladies are watching this video, right? The grass isn't always greener on the other side. You need to realize that you got a great man, right? Why would you mess that up? That make no sense. Right? You have a man that brings a constant paycheck to your family, support your family, and just because you're not content with what you have, you suddenly decide to break the family unit, right? Putting your whole family in turmoil. But I just want to make this video to point out right now the economy is not that great, and suddenly strong and independent is not great anymore. And then they go out making these videos, garnering for sympathies, right? Saying it's unaffordable, right? You know what I'm talking about. You just search online. You can see a lot of women making these videos, right? So my case is that strong and independent is a lie, right? You can't make a living under this kind of economy. When you're strong and independent, you're gonna find it harder to live by, ladies, right? But on that note, guys, let me know if you agree. You think strong, independent ideas, we've been brainwashing women is a terrible idea to live by for women? Think it's a good thing or bad thing? Let me know in the comment below. On that note, guys, if you like my video, share my video, and subscribe my video if you want to help me. On that note, guys, I drop videos every day, so keep an eye for all my videos. I drop videos daily, so you want to subscribe, hit the bell. That's a good way to support my channel. On that note, guys, enough BSing. On that note, peace and blessing. Thank you for listening.